Welcome to Pathways of Purpose, where we dive into the journeys, challenges, and insights that shape future leaders and entrepreneurs. We are Eric Davis, and
Lisa Carter.
each episode will explore in the many ways people are turning their passions into careers and finding their purpose in the world of business and many other industries. Okay. What initially drew you to teaching business? How did you know this was the right path for you?
I did not know this was the right path for me. Been in, I've worked in colleges prior to this, and Miss uh, Gramella, I guess I could credit her for bringing the opportunity to me to teach business. So I decided it sounded like a fun challenge, and we're in year two now.
How do you define your purpose as a business teacher?
Wow. Well, I have been in business for over 30 years, and Miss Gramella knew this, and so that's why she felt like I would be a good fit for the teaching position. I've owned businesses from retail to service businesses, so kind of worked out.
What impact do you hope to have on your students?
Wow. So I hope to empower the students to know that there's no limits. I mean, at least one of the things that, as you know, I used to say, try it at least once. I mean, if it works, great, and if it doesn't, then revamp it and try it again. So, just to never not try it. I'd rather you try it and say you did than to not try it.
So, business education evolves rapidly. How did you stay inspired and up to date in a constantly changing field?
Well, because I am a business owner as well as a business teacher, I am very connected to um, the network opportunities here in our area, as well as online influencers. And because of the businesses that we have to stay up to date. So between conferences and workshops and networking, we try to stay up to date on everything that's happening.
Can you share a moment from your teaching career that reaffirmed why you chose this profession?
Wow. I had a student last year who um, I don't think she thought anything positive about me. And at the end of the school year, she came up to me and we had a conversation that just kind of solidified why I was here and why I do what I do. I didn't even think she cared, and I was very wrong.
How do you balance teaching technical business skills with imparting life lessons that help find their own purpose?
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Um, I think one of the main things that I try to do is make sure that our students are confident in who they are. So we do a lot of things about know what type of leadership styles you are and what your personality characteristics are so that you can better get along with other people and understand who you are. And I think if we focus on the student and who you are personally, then that empowers you to want to step out there and try new things.
What are some strategies you use to engage students who may not be initially interested in business?
So we try to use their peers as an example. Like last year, I had several students. One sold burritos, and another one sold jewelry. And so we try to bring those students what they do to the forefront and say, "Hey, what's your hustle?" I always talk about get your hustle on. What's your hustle? Let's figure it out and make it. Let's turn it into a business for you, so that if there's things that you like, let's see if we can turn it into something that you can benefit from.
How do you incorporate how do you incorporate real business, real world business experiences into the classroom, and why is that important to you?
Well, I think it's important because they can see that it's possible, um, and that if they have questions or whatever, I'm not just teaching the business part. I'm in the midst of the business, and so I think that helps. That definitely makes a difference.
Have any of your students gone to pursue notable business ventures, and how did you feel to witness their success?
Well, not my high school students because I'm fairly new at this, but I have
What
several college students that are in business for themselves, which is pretty exciting.
what is one piece of advice that you give to your students about succeeding in business that you wish you've known at our age?
Never give up. I think I've used this example in class multiple times. I have a friend who is, gosh, he's got a lot of zeros behind his business, but he kept trying and he failed multiple times. He even fired his family, but he continued to try. So I think just letting them know it's okay to fail, just keep going, just revamp it, and let's keep trying.
How do you balance demands of teaching with your personal life and family?
I'm on a grandmother now, so I'm not having to juggle um, kids and home life the way a lot of teachers are. So I think I'm at a good space to where I can be more hands on with my students and not have the uh, pressure of a home life because I'm older and I'm at a different stage.
How has your family influenced your career in any way?
Oh my goodness. So all of my kids are educators and they all are involved in some type of business, be it with their siblings or with me or by themselves. And so they have never known a time that we didn't own a business. And so we all support one another and it works.
Do you share any of your business with them? Or like,
Yes. Yeah.
what's one thing that you learned from your students that you've applied to your personal life?
Oh, wow. So it's a lot different between the collegiate level and the high school level. And I love that the high school students still have the desires to want to try new things. They haven't been jaded by anything and they're just ready to learn and at least jump out there and try it. And that part I love. That empowers me to keep trying as well.
Outside of teaching, what hobbies bring you to joy? Like, what makes you happy
Oh
outside of
goodness.
this?
So my sons are coaches, so I enjoy supporting them and their teams. And I'm a grandmother, so there's nothing better than the grandkids. So
Do any of your hobbies tie into your professional life, or
yes.
are they more like an escape from work?
I think it's all tied in together because you have to have a passion for what you're doing. And I think that's kind of how I've been so successful in my business parts because it's something of what I enjoy doing.
How's it? How important is it for you? Um, start over. Hold on. How important is it for you to maintain a sense of individuality and a personal growth outside of your career?
I think I'm at a different stage in life. And so right now, I our businesses are important because we're passing them down to our kids and our grandkids. Like I said, my kids have never known a time when we didn't own a business, and so I'm more focused on passing it down for them than it is about personal or individual.
Can you go
Right.
in more into depth about what your business is?
Oh, okay. So I am. So for about 30 years, I am a special events coordinator. So I specialize in weddings and special events, anything from I've done, I don't know, events that were over 10,000 to small groups. So it just depends. I was fortunate enough to be in a space where I could do events that involved um, athletes and celebrities. And so that was a part of our business for a number of years. And now we are able to just pick and choose the events that we do. And so that's one part of it. We have a balloon business. which is my daughter's business, and she does exceptionally well. My son now has a photography business, and we are now working on another business that we hope to have launched in the summertime.
And you said they were all teachers, right?
Yes.
How does that feel like growing up being a teacher and then seeing your kids also be a teacher?
Wow, it's exciting. I was never a teacher. I was in the student engagement piece of education, and I had of the kids that actually went to college to become a teacher, and the rest just migrated into teaching, and they've all been teaching now. Almost, I think the youngest has been in teaching 6 or 7 years, and the oldest has been in teaching over 10 years. So it's exciting, and it's nice to get some of their students as my students. So that's always the fun part.
It's not about me.
I'm talking about you.
Okay. That is a wrap for today's episode of Pathways to Purpose. We hope you gained some valuable insights and inspiration from our discussion. Remember, the journey to finding your purpose is personal, but you are never alone on this path. And I would like to shout out Modoc Media, and without them, this wouldn't be possible. So thank y'all, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and have a great rest of your day.